Hi, boys and girls. This week you will be taking a quiz on the Northeast region of the United States. To better help you prepare for the quiz, I have put together this review slideshow and video. If you are in Miss Pipitone's class, make sure to grab your Northeast region mini book. You're going to want to add to your notes as we go through this review video. Because secret, I'm going to let you use your notes on the quiz. Okay, let's jump on in. The Northeast. The Northeast region contains 11 states. What better way to review the Northeast region states and capitals than with our song?
Augusta, Maine, Concord, New Hampshire, Montpelier, Vermont, Albany, New York, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, Annapolis, Maryland, Dover, Delaware, and Trenton, New Jersey, Hartford, Connecticut, Providence, Rhode Island, Boston, Massachusetts. That's the Northeast region.
Great job! I hope you boys and girls are singing along with me. Let's review the history of the Northeast region. The first European settlers were the Norwegians, and they arrived in the early 1600s. That was over 400 years ago. Native Americans had been living on that land for thousands of years before the settlers arrived at Plymouth Rock, which is located in Massachusetts. The northeastern settlements became part of the original 13 colonies. After winning independence from England, the colonists formed a new government and wrote the United States Constitution. Remember, the Declaration of Independence is what was signed to grant our independence from England, and it was signed in Philadelphia, not too far from Malacca. And finally, the first shots of the American Revolution were fired in Lexington, Massachusetts. Let's dive into the climate. The Northeast region has distinct weather changes for all 4 seasons, meaning our springtime, the weather is very different than from our summertime, which is also different from fall, which is also different than winter weather. In winter, it is very cold in the Northeast region with lots of snow. The further north that you travel, the more snow you will see. In the spring, the air begins to warm, the ground unthaws, and plants begin growing again. Summers in the Northeast region are very warm and humid. And in the fall, many trees' leaves change color and fall to the ground. Temperatures become cooler during this time of year in the Northeast region as well. This region can have some very powerful storms. In the warmer months, hurricanes might form. In the colder months, blizzards and nor'easters can cause great damage. Take a look at this photograph here in the top right corner. This is a photograph of a coastal storm. This is a hurricane or a nor'easter. Let's take a look at hurricanes a little more deeply. Hurricanes occur during the hot and humid summer months. Warm water brings hurricanes to coastal areas. It even causes land erosion, which is the moving of rocks and soil from wind and water. Now for blizzards. Blizzards occur during the very cold winter months. They are giant snowstorms, and they're more likely to occur in the northernmost states of this region. Now for nor'easters. Nor'easters form in the Atlantic Ocean along the coast. Major rain and snowstorms along the coast are what a nor'easter is, and they cause severe coastal flooding. Boys and girls, if you don't have any notes in your climate page, you might want to add this. This could be very helpful for your quiz. Pause here to do so if you need to. Now let's take a look at the land of the Northeast region. The Northeast contains mountains, hills, forests, grasslands, lakes, coastline, and along our coastline we have rocky beaches in the New England portion of the Northeast region, and we have sandy beaches in the Mid-Atlantic region of the Northeast region. There's also flat and fertile land in the Northeast region. Take a look at this photograph here. This is a photograph of the Appalachian Mountains. Did you know that the Appalachian Mountains had peaks as high as those in the Rocky Mountains? But millions of years of erosion has smoothed the peaks, making the mountains shorter. This mountain range runs from Canada all the way down to Alabama. It's massive. Takes over almost every state in the Northeast region. Let's take a look at economy. Major industries that contribute to the economy of the Northeast include fishing. The Northeast is known for their abundance of seafood, mainly lobsters in Maine. The reason why the Northeast has an abundance of fishing for the economy is because it is along the Atlantic Ocean coast. We can't forget how tourism contributes to the economy of the Northeast. People travel all over to visit the Northeast beaches, to visit New York City, and to even visit Philadelphia to see the Liberty Bell, and many other things. The Northeast is known for their farming, which contributes to the economy. Many vegetables and fruits can be grown in the Mid-Atlantic portion of the Northeast region. Dairy farming is very popular in the New England portion as well. Lumber. The Northeast is rich in forests. The trees from these forests are used to make many things, such as homes, buildings, furniture, and even paper. And you can't forget that maple syrup. Manufacturing. The Northeast is known for facilities that manufacture or create goods. You can't forget mining as well. The Northeast region has natural resources that have to be dug out. These include coal and iron. Let's take a look at some more natural resources. Remember, natural resources are materials that are found in the environment. Natural resources that are found in the Northeast include coal, which we just spoke about, how it's mined from the ground. Same with granite and iron. Other natural resources that do not need to be mined from the ground include crops, such as cranberries and blueberries. We can even get seafood from the Atlantic Ocean. Forests, which provide us with lumber and maple syrup. And even water. Let's remember that water is a renewable resource, meaning it can naturally regenerate at the same rate that it is used. Once again, a renewable resource is one that we won't run out of naturally. Let's take a deeper look at the natural resource crops. Crops in the upper portion of the Northeast region, known as New England, are very different than crops in the lower portion or the Mid-Atlantic. So in the upper portion in New England, crops include potatoes, apples, blueberries, cranberries, and in the Mid-Atlantic or the lower region, crops include grain, oats, corn, and cabbage. And one more, many other fruits and vegetables. Remember that the reason why the mid-Atlantic or the lower portion of the Northeast region can grow so many different fruits and vegetables is because the land here is more flat and fertile. It is rich in nutrients. While in the upper portion, known as New England, the area is more mountainous and rocky. The soil there isn't as fertile, so it's harder to grow certain crops. Let's take a look at some famous landmarks. Landmarks are important places. There's usually history behind it. They can be man-made things, such as a monument. That just means that somebody created it or built it. Or they can be historical locations. They can even be things created by nature that are unique in some way. There are many important landmarks found in the Northeast. Some examples include Niagara Falls, the White House in Washington, D.C., and Plymouth Rock in Massachusetts. This is the location where settlers are first believed to have arrived in the Northeast region. Boys and girls, I hope this review was very helpful for you. I hope you were able to add more to your booklet, and I hope that you feel prepared for your quiz today. Good luck, and remember, show what you know.